Hi dear friends, how are you all? Welcome to our YouTube channel HR Tutorials India. In this video, we are going to dive into an important piece of labor legislation that has been instrumental in shaping industrial relations in India. That is the Industrial Dispute Act 1947. Have you ever wondered how conflicts between employees and employers are resolved in workplace? Or how businesses maintain harmony even during challenging times? This act plays a vital role in forecasting a balanced relationship between management and workers, ensuring fairness, productivity, and the smooth functioning of industries. By providing structured mechanisms for resolving disputes, it lays the foundation for maintaining peace in industrial sector. So let's explore how the Industrial Dispute Act 1947 works to safeguard both employer and employee interests, ensuring a collaborative and harmonious working environment. What is Industrial Dispute Act? The Industrial Dispute Act 1947 is a vital labor law in India aimed at fostering harmony between employees and employers. It establishes mechanisms to prevent and resolve workplace disputes effectively, ensuring disagreements are addressed constructively. Through provisions like mediation, conciliation, and adjudication, the Act seeks to create a structured framework for managing conflicts in the industrial sector. By promoting better relationships and safeguarding the rights of both the parties, this act contributes to maintaining a balanced and productive work environment. Its ultimate goal is to ensure the smooth functioning of industries, reducing disruptions caused by disputes and fostering trust in employer-employee relationships. Objectives of Industrial Disputes Act. The Industrial Dispute Act 1947 is designed to promote a balanced and fair relationship between employers and employees in India. By providing a structured legal framework, the Act facilitates the resolution of conflicts, ensuring industrial peace, fostering a cooperative workplace environment. It is instrumental in reducing disruptions caused by disputes, protecting the rights of both employers and employees, enabling the smooth functioning of industries. The main objectives of the Industrial Dispute Act 1947 are as follows. One of the key objectives of this act is to promote harmonious relations between employers and employees by addressing their differences constructively. This fosters trust and collaboration in the workplace, which is essential for long-term organizational growth. Another major goal is to prevent and resolve industrial disputes amicably. The Act encourages open dialogue and provides mechanisms like mediation and conciliation to resolve conflict before they escalate. This Act also aims to ensure fair treatment of workers and employers during the resolution of the conflicts. It safeguards the rights of employees while respecting the legitimate interests of employers, creating a balanced framework for addressing grievances. Furthermore, it provides legal framework for collective bargaining, enabling employees to negotiate terms and conditions with their employers. This promotes industrial peace and strengthens the voice of the workers in decision-making processes. Lastly, this act establishes specialized authorities such as works committees, conciliation officers, board of conciliation, and industrial tribunals. These bodies play a crucial role in investigating and resolving disputes effectively, ensuring justice and industrial harmony. Key definitions of Industrial Dispute Act. The Industrial Dispute Act 1947 includes several key definitions that forms the foundation of understanding and applying its provision effectively. These definitions clarify the scope and applicability of this act, ensuring that both employers and employees are aware of their rights and responsibilities in the industrial context. An industrial dispute is defined as any disagreement between employers and employees or among employees themselves relating to employment, non-employment, terms of employment, or working conditions. This broad definition ensures a wide range of workplace conflicts can be addressed under this act. The term workman refers to any person employed in an industry to perform manual, clerical, technical, or supervisory work for hire or reward. However, it excludes individuals in a managerial or administrative roles, helping distinguish between different categories of employees. An industry, as per the Act, encompasses businesses, trades, undertakings, or manufacturing activities. This definition is expansive, covering a wide range of establishments where employers and employers collaborate. Conciliation is a dispute resolution process facilitated by a neutral third party, typically a conciliation officer who mediates to help parties reach an amicable settlement. It is a key mechanism in preventing disputes from escalating. Lastly, arbitration is a voluntary process where conflicting parties agree to refer their dispute to a neutral arbitrator whose decision is binding. This approach offers a quicker resolution compared to traditional legal proceedings, promoting industrial harmony. Applicability of Industrial Disputes Act. The Industrial Dispute Act 1947 is a significant piece of legislation in India designed to provide framework for investigation and settlement of industrial disputes between employers and employees. It aims to maintain industrial peace and harmony by establishing process of resolving disputes, addressing work grievances, and protecting their rights, ensuring fair treatment and minimizing disruptions in the workplace. The Industrial Dispute Act 1947 applies broadly to industries involved in trade, business, manufacturing, and services. This means any sector that falls within these categories, whether public or private, is governed by this law. The Act seeks to cover a wide range of industries to promote uniformity in labor practices and dispute resolution. This act applies to workers and employers but specifically excludes certain groups. Notably, it does not extend to the armed forces, police personnel, and certain managerial positions which are typically considered outside the scope of legislation due to their unique roles and responsibilities. This exclusion ensures that the Act's provisions are targeted at sectors where labor disputes are more prevalent. Both the public and private sectors are included under the purview of the Industrial Disputes Act 1947. This comprehensive inclusion means that the provisions and processes of resolving disputes and ensuring fair treatment apply across different types of employers, fostering consistency and fairness in dispute handling throughout the economy. This act also addresses disputes between individual workmen and their employers, provided these disputes are connected to broader collective disputes. This helps bridge individual grievances with larger organizational or sector-wide issues, ensuring that the workers' concerns can be addressed both on an individual basis and a part of extensive labor relations matters. Benefits of Industrial Disputes Act. The Industrial Dispute Act 1947 provides substantial benefits for both employers and employees by setting out clear procedures for addressing conflicts in the workplace. It ensures that labor disputes are managed in a structured way to promote fairness, maintain peace, and improve industrial productivity. By providing a legal framework, this act helps balance the interests of both sides, fostering a stable and cooperative work environment. For employers, this act provides a structured approach for employers to handle conflicts within their workplace. It outlines the procedures for dispute resolution, making it easier for the employees to manage conflicts systematically and avoid disruptions. This act aims to prevent abrupt strikes and lockouts by mandating clear procedures for dispute resolution. This regulation helps ensure that disagreements are addressed before escalating into the work stoppages, maintaining a continuous flow of business operations. By promoting fair and structured dispute management, this act fosters a peaceful industrial environment. This ability leads to greater productivity as both employers and employees are encouraged to collaborate rather than engage in conflict. For employees, this act safeguards employees from being terminated without just cause or due process. This protection ensures that workers cannot be dismissed arbitrarily and has recourse if they have believed in their termination was unjust. This act sets up processes for employees to raise and resolve issues concerning wages, working hours, and overall working conditions. These mechanisms help maintain fair treatment and prevent exploitation. Employees have the right to take their grievances to the designated legal forums, such as labor courts or industrial tribunals. This access to formal channels ensures that the disputes are handled impartially and within the bounds of the law, protecting workers' rights. Rules of payment under Industrial Dispute Act. The Industrial Dispute Act 1947 lays out specific rules regarding payment to employees during industrial disputes to ensure fair treatment and financial security. These provisions are designed to protect workers' rights and maintain trust between employees and employers during the periods of conflict. The Act provides clarity on payments during industrial disputes. The Act mandates that employees should continue to receive their wages in accordance with the applicable labor laws throughout the period of dispute until it is resolved. This ensures that the workers are not financially disadvantaged while waiting for a resolution, maintaining their economic stability. This Act includes provisions that make delays in payment or unauthorized deductions from the employee's wages punishable. This serves as a deterrent against any attempts by employers to withhold or reduce pay without proper justification, protecting employees from unfair practices during disputes. Employers are required to calculate and distribute wages during disputes in a fair and transparent manner. This ensures that there is no manipulation of pay rates or unfair treatment, providing confidence that employees will be justly compensated justly for their work even during periods of industrial disagreement. Deduction under Industrial Dispute Act. The Industrial Dispute Act 1947 outlines specific conditions under which deductions from employees' wages are permissible. These deductions must comply with established rules to prevent exploitation and ensure transparency in the workplace. This act also aims to strike balance between employer interests and employee rights, providing guidelines for what can legally be deducted from wages. Permissible deductions include: employers may impose fines on employees for violations of workplace rules as long as these fines are clearly stated in the employment policies and are reasonable. Such deductions help maintain discipline and adherence to company regulations, promoting a well functioning work environment. Deductions can be made for unauthorized or unplanned absence from work. This is to ensure that employees are accountable for their attendance and contribute to maintaining productivity. However, these deductions must align with the policies set forth in the employment contract or company guidelines. Employers can deduct wages if an employee's negligence results in a damage or loss to the company, property, or goods. This type of deductions is intended to hold employees accountable for their responsibilities and discourage careless behavior that can lead to financial losses for the business. The Act permits deductions to employees' contributions to provide provident fund insurance schemes or other similar benefit plans. These deductions are essential for workers' future security and compliance with statutory obligations, ensuring that employees are contributing to their long-term financial and social well-being. Fines and penalties under Industrial Dispute Act. The Industrial Dispute Act 1947 imposes strict fines and penalties for non-compliance to ensure adherence to their provisions and maintain the integrity of labor relations. These penalties act as deterrents to prevent violations and encourage both employers and employees to follow the established laws and processes. Non-compliance with provisions of Industrial Disputes Act attracts penalties such as: non-compliance with certain provisions of the Act can result in fines that vary based on the severity and nature of offence. These fines can range from 500 rupees to 75,000 rupees and are designed to penalize violations such as failure to follow dispute resolution processes or breach of employment regulations. The graduated nature of the fines help tailor the penalty of the seriousness of the violation. For more serious offences such as willful defiance of the Act's provisions or repeated violations, the Act provides for imprisonment of up to 6 months. This form of punishment is reserved for cases that demonstrate a significant disregard for the law and aim to hold offenders accountable through more severe measures. Employers who do not comply with the decisions made by industrial tribunals or courts face penalties. These can include fines or legal action that may compel the employers to follow through on rulings that affect worker rights or dispute resolutions. Such penalties emphasize the importance of adhering legal judgments and maintaining industrial peace. Mode of payment under Industrial Dispute Act. The Industrial Dispute Act 1947 specifies the mode of payment of wages to ensure transparency and protect workers' rights. These rules are designed to guarantee that employees receive their earnings in a secure and traceable manner, fostering trust between employers and employees and preventing disputes over the wage payments. This act allows for the payment of wages through cash, check, or direct bank transfer. This flexibility ensures that the employees have the multiple options to receive their salaries, accommodating different preferences and circumstances. Payment through electronic means also supports a more efficient and secure method of disbursement. Employers are required to pay wages promptly as per the agreed schedule, ensuring the workers receive their due earnings without delays. Additionally, it is essential that all payments are documented properly, creating a clear record for both employers and employees. This helps prevent disputes related to wage discrepancies and provide evidence in case of any claims. Employers are mandated to keep accurate and up-to-date records for all wage transactions. These records should be included with details such as payment dates, amounts, and the method of payment. Maintaining such documentation ensures accountability and provides a reference in case of audits and disputes, protecting both employers and employees' interests. Prohibition of unauthorized deductions under Industrial Dispute Act. The Industrial Dispute Act 1947 strictly prohibits unauthorized deduction from employees' wages to protect workers from their unfair treatment and exploitation. These provisions ensure that only legally permissible deductions are made and that employees receive their full rightful earnings. The Act forbids employers from imposing excessive fines on employees that go beyond what is reasonable or specified in the employment rules. Such fines can be a form of financial abuse, and the Act ensures that any penalties imposed on workers are proportionate and justified, protecting them from disproportionate financial loss. Deductions for contributions to funds such as provident funds or other benefit plans must be authorized and transparent. The Act prohibits employers from making deductions for unauthorized deductions or contributions that were not agreed upon or disclosed to employees beforehand. This safeguards employees from unexpected deductions that could impact their financial stability. Employees cannot make arbitrary wage cuts without valid reasons or legal grounds. This Act ensures that the wage reductions are only made under circumstances allowed by the law or employment agreements. This prevents employers from deducting employees' pay unfairly, ensuring financial security for workers and promoting trust in employer-employee relationship. Employers' obligations under Industrial Dispute Act. Industrial Dispute Act 1947 outlines several obligations for employers to ensure fair labor practices and smooth resolution of disputes. These obligations help maintain industrial harmony, protect employees' rights, and facilitate a productive working environment. Employers are required to establish effective grievance redressal mechanisms to address employees' concerns and complaints. These systems provide a formal process for workers to raise issues and seek resolutions, ensuring that grievances are dealt with fairly and promptly. This helps maintain trust between employees and employers and can prevent issues from escalating into larger disputes. The Act places an obligation on employers to prevent and manage illegal strikes and lockouts. By adhering to the guidelines for dispute resolution set out in the Act, employers can take proactive measures to avoid unauthorized work stoppages. This helps ensure that the workplace remains productive and free from disruptions that could impact the business and employees' livelihoods. Employers must comply with decisions made by industrial tribunals or courts regarding disputes. These decisions are legally binding, and failure to implement them can lead to penalties. By adhering to these judgments, employers demonstrate a commitment to lawful practices and help foster a stable and cooperative work environment. Employers are obligated to provide all required documentation and information during the dispute resolution processes. This includes maintaining records of communications, agreements, and other relevant documents that may be needed for clarity during proceedings. Proper documents helps in facilitate a transparent and fair process, ensuring that the disputes are resolved based on accurate and complete information. Employees' rights under Industrial Dispute Act. Industrial Dispute Act 1947 grants various rights to employees to safeguard their interests and promote fair labor practices. These rights empower employees to address grievances, protect themselves from unfair treatment, and contribute to collective agreements that shape workplace conditions. Employees have the right to raise disputes if they believe that they have been subjected to unfair labor practices such as discrimination, wrongful treatment, or other violations of labor law. This right ensures that the employees can seek redress and that their voices are heard, helping to maintain equitable and just working conditions. This Act protects employees from wrongful termination, ensuring that these dismissals are only made based on valid and lawful reasons. If an employee believes that their termination was unjust, they have the right to challenge it through the appropriate legal channels. This protection helps maintain job security and prevents employers from dismissing employees without just cause. Employees are entitled to participate in collective bargaining processes to negotiate working conditions, wages, and other employment terms. This right enables employees to join forces with others to represent their collective interests effectively, ensuring that their voices are heard in the discussions with employers and leading a fairer and more working terms. This Act grants employees the right to go on a strike as a form of protest or to express dissatisfaction with workplace conditions, provided that it is conducted within the regulations set out by the Act. This right is essential for employees to show solidarity and demand better terms. Although it is subject to restrictions and procedural requirements to prevent disruptions and ensure that the strikes are legitimate and lawful. Complaints checklist in Industrial Dispute Act. The Industrial Dispute Act 1947 requires both employers and employees to adhere to specific compliance measures to ensure fair and lawful labor practices. This checklist helps both parties understand their responsibilities, promoting a smooth and cooperative working environment and preventing disputes. For employers, employers must maintain accurate and up-to-date records detailing employment rate terms, wage structures, and other relevant employee information. This documentation ensures transparency and provides a reference in case of disputes and audits, safeguarding the rights of employees and their interests of the organization. Employers with establishment that have 100 or more workers are required to establish work committees. These committees facilitate communication between employees and management, helping to address concerns, resolve disputes, and foster a collaborative work environment. Employers must ensure that all settlements and agreements reached between a management and the employees are formally documented and registered as per the Act. This practice helps prevent misunderstandings and provides a clear record of the agreed upon terms. Employers are obligated to comply with orders and decisions made by industrial tribunals or courts regarding disputes. Adhering to these legal decisions is essential to avoid penalties and to maintain a fair and lawful workplace. For employees, employees should utilize the grievance redressal mechanisms established by the employer to address workplace issues and complaints. These mechanisms provide a structured processes for resolving disputes and ensuring the employees' concerns are heard and acted upon. Employees are expected to participate in arbitration and conciliation processes when disputes arise. These processes are designed to resolve conflicts without resorting to strikes or lockouts, promoting a more sufficient and amicable resolution. Employees have the right to go on a strike but must follow the legal proceedings outlined in this Act to ensure the strike is lawful. This includes proper notice, adherence to rules, and following regulations that governs industrial action. Employees should report any non-compliance by employers to the relevant authorities. This helps maintain legal standards and protects the rights of workers, ensuring that the employers follow the provisions of the Act and respect the rights of their employees. The Industrial Dispute Act 1947 plays a vital role in shaping labor relations in India, serving a foundation for fair and regulated industrial practices. By establishing a framework that defines the rights and duties of both employers and employees, this act promotes industrial harmony and helps prevent conflicts from escalating. It also provides structured methods for dispute resolution such as arbitration, conciliation, and tribunal proceedings to address grievances effectively. This ensures that workers are protected from exploitation and unfair practices while also allowing employees to manage workfare issues within the bounds of the law. Ultimately, this act contributes to a balanced and productive industrial environment that benefits both employers and employees, fostering economic stability and growth. So friends, hope you understood in detail about the statutory compliance, that is Industrial Dispute Act 1947. If you have any questions or queries related to this video, please do comment in the comment section. I'll be happy enough to answer all queries. And if you like this video, please do subscribe and share among your friends. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a nice day.